There's some blue sky this morning. Overcast actually overcast, I think, all the way around. Well, almost all the way around. A couple of clouds up there. I don't see any that way. Catch a few cows up here enjoying some dry hay. She almost looks like she's gimpy on the front, but she's not. Her calf's got some of them little devil things on his head. Maybe. Looks like one poking out. And Dino, he was sniffing on a girl here a minute ago and then decided that since her calf was eaten, he wasn't interested. I don't know. What I can tell you is she's right there, and she just got a little bitty calf on her. Makes her look little, and I don't think she's that small from here. They're about due for some hay. They wasn't low enough to do yesterday. Oh well, this whole group's still kind of scattered out. Traveler is getting there. Not bad for, that's a little longer run than the others, and we got a late start on it yesterday. Maybe afternoon it'll get moved. We got to run some more pipe out from where it is. We'll run it up into the corner of that piece where all those posts are, and that'll just about, I think it will finish covering that field. Then I'd like to run it on this side of that fence up there and get back into there, but without stretching a whole bunch of pipe. It's kind of a pain to get into anywhere. Yeah. Ideally there'd be a riser down here by the bridge and wouldn't have to worry about the creek, and we could pull that, actually we could pull that sucker from, yeah. If we started down here by the bridge, we could pull it clear back there. But you gotta cross the creek 2 or 3 times. What do you think, Dino? Yeah, he don't think. Can't get him into the right spot when he's in the barn in the morning for breakfast, you know. I do believe I'm going to get moving. Try to get a load of hay in before anybody else is around. No dew over here this morning. I'm sitting on the tractor seat and my butt's dry. Yeah, neighbor hasn't been over here to pick any up yet, so I kind of had to sneak my way through bales. Had to move one at this end so I get to the crossing. Got these 3 here. I don't remember how many are other side of those trees in there. It's like about 10 of them down there. And there's 2 or 3 opening into the other fields about dead center of the screen, give or take. Yeah, right there. It's a little field where I found a plunger roller laying on the ground. Still haven't gotten to that. New moisture probe showed up yesterday. Most of this is going to get checked before it gets put in the stack, because the draw that, well, there's 3 bales laying in the draw, 2 in the middle there and 1 down below. That draw was a little wet when I raked it. Actually, it looked pretty good when I baled it. And by what the meter said for moisture, it should all be good, but we'll check it anyway. And that far in, the bale in the center of the field, that's about where that really rank stuff started. And that had runoff from over there too. So anyway, I would love to show you how I run this thing and do it, but the John Deere, yeah, I can kind of do that one-handed, you know, kind of pull that South Saskatchewan farmer deal and do it. This thing, no. You got to stay on the freaking steering wheel all the time because it's, yeah, the steering's messed up bad. We converted it to hydrostatic because it broke the shaft off for the cylinder, which is mounted above the axle and underneath the front cowling on the tractor in a casting, and that's where it broke off, was inside there. No way to get it out. So we changed the tie rod and configuration and threw a hydraulic cylinder on it. Put a regular hydrostatic steering valve in. And the biggest issue is the steering pump on this tractor does not put out enough gallons for the valve in the cylinder. You live and learn. Other things we've done, the pumps have been more than enough. A General Motors power steering pump works awesome. We've never had any issues with those, other than you squeal a belt once in a while. But this thing, if you want to turn to the right, you might just be turning the wheel. Nothing happening. Eventually it'll catch up. Otherwise, jerk it to the left and come back and it'll usually work. Knock on wood. Gonna knock on my head. It's never been too bad on the road, but in the yard it's a pain in the ass. And there was some sun shining before I left the shop. I had to get that outside rear aired up on the trailer. Usually that one, I air it up once and it lasts all summer. It just goes down over the winter. Oh, hell no. That's the wonderful thing about tubeless tires. If they're not always working against the bead, they don't stay sealed. Because that's what the problem is. It just sets too much anymore. But I'm going to get with it. These are all picked up. 14 bales on. That means I think there's about 12. I think it was 26 out of this place, so there's about 12 bales. Well, at that end, it's right on the other side of the trees. At this end, you got to get past his house and chop, and then it's over there. But I'm not going to take that back into that field because, yeah, it's just not a good place to get the semi into. So they all got to come out one at a time with this beast. I've got 45 minutes into denting that far. If I'm loading out of a stack in the field with the other tractor, half an hour or less, and it's loaded and strapped down, and I'm moving. No, it is what it is. I'll get her done. Only 22 bales. Counted 23, but yeah, them big bales, they count funny for what you get on the ground. So, only got 22. Cleaned up some shit over in the corner with the loader on my way out. Cleaned up some more on the stupid right away in here. And now we'll take her home. And number one and Becky got the little Traveler up and going, so here in a little bit we'll have to move the big one and see what else the day brings. Well, I'm that far done. Number one's back there. I'm setting them back, and then she's checking moisture on them before we put them in. A few of them have some pretty high spots in them. I mean, it's like one flake that's mid-20s. Everything else is so far 14 or below. That row is what we just put in. I told her to mark anything over 14%. Well, she marked a bunch down to 13%, but those are the highest readings out of 3 or 4 in each bale. 20% is what they say the magic number is. So that one, it's open on one side. It's going to be that way for a while. Those two 21s, hey, they can breathe out the top and out the face. And here we have 23, 25, 26, and 27. Yeah, I knew there were going to be some from those wet spots. Keep in mind, though, that's the highest number. Most of the rest of the bale are running about 10 or 12. So, hey, that's lunchtime. Those can set outside, and we'll check them again in another 3 or 4 days. By then, they'll probably be dry enough to put in. And what I can do, well, one of them will be on top. Doesn't matter which row it goes in, it'll be on top. so it gives it a better chance. And I got room right there for 3 against the pole, and that leaves them as exposed as they're going to be. And sprinkler still ain't in yet. That's fine. Catch that after lunch. Right there in the middle of the screen. That's why I do the back swath after we open the field up. That was about an 8-inch diameter chunk of tree. I'd rather go over it with the tractor if I can't see it than stuff that sucker into the mower. The landowners apparently did some cleaning up around the edge after we were in here last year, because that was blackberries right at the edge where I'm cutting. All the way around the field's nice. I like that. Still needs to get cleaned up, get the blackberries out of there now, because it'll be just as bad next year. Opened up for her. Oh, she's got it figured out. I told her no skipping spots this time. There's about 14 acres here, and yep, guess what? It's got gophers in it. There's some big mounds down below. So anyway, that's what she's gonna be doing for the next couple hours. I heard a helicopter when I came over here to shut the gate. But it's the exhaust pipe. That is funny. Take these up so we can run that sprinkler out. I might have to get one more, I'm not sure. I'm gonna make it go as far as I can anyway. And this is the easiest way I got to do it. Short of putting them on the forks on the loader and carrying it way the hell up in the air all the way up there. Kind of noisy. Doesn't really hurt much. So, but now you know what I'm doing. Well, number one's cutting. And they'll come down to the pump when I came down here. I don't know what got up the bull's butt. I opened this gate in front of me so I could go straight up the hill when I got the pipes. And he took off from over there by the pump, ran all the way across here, headed up toward the track hoe, and then veered left, and he headed in the barn. I don't know. Never know what they're thinking. Run. Hello. Number one's just finishing here. I think that's the last corner she got. Then I'll move her to the next field, which is, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile down the road. Not sure what she's doing. You do in a corner, come clear out to the end, turn around and go back. Unless she's found a spot that she missed, because I told her that I better not find any of those spots where she tried to make a 10.5 foot mower out of a 10-foot mower. Actually, I think that thing cuts 10 foot for her. And Ron and I are kind of sweaty because lost the front tire on the Massey loader tractor when I was headed out to move the Traveler. So we're swapping tires on it. It's getting the original tires off the front of the 4010 on it. Isn't that special? We still had them around. Hi, Ron. Hey. Hi, Ron. Say. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Whiskey.
I haven't had a shot yet. Going to. Yeah, Becky on her phone. Dog's outside because she rolled in something dead and she stinks. Number 2 just walked in. And number 1 says she's going to bring that mower home. Her first time with it on the road, so we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, and I got to show you this real quick. Number 2 got her a new cup.
There were dick beaters on it.
They wanted to have a wrench for the handle, but that didn't happen. And yeah, sorry it's jerky, it's because I'm inside. And it's low light because the lights are all out. There we go. Keep your dick beaters off my tools. Same as she's got on her toolbox. Pretty snazzy. It's even got the barcode on it. Anybody want to run that barcode? There you go.
Oh, on her box?
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. As I spin you around, get you dizzy.